Trump's tax returns have been released and MSNBC goes on a witch hunt trying to find anything in 6,000 pages. He embarrasses the living daylights out of them and the IRS. I'm Doug in Exile. Watch this.
Now, moments ago, the former president responding to the release with a statement saying in part, the Democrats should have never done it. The Supreme Court should have never approved it. And it's going to lead to horrible things for so many people.
Now, this is a basic right of privacy. They only flushed him out for witch hunt purposes. There's no presumption of guilt. There's presumption of innocence on the guy. They're hoping to find Russia things. I've heard other news people try to say they're still trying to find any piece of evidence on the Russia thing.
What have we been able to learn so far?
We've learned so far is that you wasted your journalism degree.
One of the things that becomes clear is just how muddy the picture is.
Okay, that's a literal contradiction. One thing that becomes clear is how muddy it is because you have muddy intent, and so you get muddy results on your witch hunt. They're going to get out the magnifying glass and electron microscope and go looking for every sin he's ever committed. Never mind Biden's like zeroing out charitable donations, almost nothing, less than almost any other vice president, back when he was vice president, almost any other candidate in history. No one's been more chintzy. No one's made more money while in the White House than Biden. The media, nothing to see there. Let's get Trump.
That the IRS was having difficulty doing its quote unquote mandatory audit of a president's taxes because of the number of pass-through entities that they had to deal with.
The sheer number of things they have to look for in Trump's documents, the IRS can't keep up, which tells you one thing. The IRS can't do its job. They can't do a normal audit of a guy. This is a reflection on them, not on Trump's tax returns.
The Ways and Means Committee saying that there was no accounting for, no ability to go through hundreds of pass-through entities, and also saying that they had difficulty figuring out a complete picture of his deductions and how reasonable and reliable they were.
We can't tell if his deductions are reasonable. You're professionals.
Ultimately, a lot of blame falling on the IRS for not having prioritized this mandatory audit of the president.
They're impugning the IRS's character for not prioritizing Trump's tax returns. This is embarrassing. Trump didn't even have to try, and he completely demolishes the IRS and the fake MSNBC News. Watch the big multi-month, get out the magnifying glass witch hunt on his tax returns. Did you do this amount or that amount on a giant multi-million-dollar organization? It really shows why people hold the IRS in contempt, because they're sickening. Can Trump trust the IRS? Who trusts the IRS? Like, subscribe, of course, share, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Doug in Exile.